Hey, Charles Bryce here. You know me, right? Yeah, Charles Bryce. Yeah. Anyway, with this Craftsman weed eater, it's not feeding properly. So, you see this finger? It's bent up. This is getting caught. This was actually worse than this. This was in the bottom of it, and it was worse than this. It was bent down, and I just flattened it out. But I'm going to cut this off and this off because these were bent so bad that it wouldn't feed. But that's what this tab and this tab is for. So I'm going to cut these off with this trimmer and then go from there, okay? So let me do that real quick. Cut it off. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna. There we go. Cut that one off. And we're gonna cut this other one off. There we go. I got those two cut off. Now let's stick it back on here and then feel of it and see if it doesn't feed properly. Yeah, it's hard to do this with a camera, but nevertheless, it's happening. Yeah, it's okay. It'll work. Yeah, so it feels like it's feeding properly now just by the feel of it. So now I'll put this stupid thing, the bump on it again, and then see if it doesn't. No, it still isn't feeding right. It does, but you have to unscrew it a little bit. Okay, so it does a little bit now. Okay, now I'm going to cut the other two off and see if that doesn't help. So cut these other two. See what I'm cutting off? It's the two string things. See the little string gaps? Those are the ones that I'm cutting off. See, I'm leaving these over here on these two sides because those are straight. They don't bend up on the sides. And so there are those. I'm going to leave those on there, and then these other two string gaps I'm going to cut off like this. There they went flying. Cut those off. Now I'm going to put it back on here. Oh, great. Well, it still makes a difference. It'll go 2 bumps and then it's stuck again. Now it's still not feeding. Holy crap. Yeah, this thing's broke, man. And when you... Oh, now it feeds correctly, but it has to be loosened. You have to loosen up the feed, loosen up the nut on it, and then it feeds correctly. But you have to loosen it up. Now it's tight though. You can't just... Oh, it's not feeding when the thing is tight. Oh gosh, this is really incredibly bad. Okay, so this is a bad head because whenever this is tight, it doesn't feed. Whenever it's loose, it will feed. So that means it's defective. Now I don't know what to do with it. See, it doesn't. It feeds when it's loose, so that means when it's loose, it feeds. When this is tight, it won't. And so see, when it's loose, it'll feed. It's stuck on a notch. It feeds. Drop it down a notch, it feeds. Drop it down a notch, it feeds, but it's loose. See, it's loose. And then when you tighten it back down, it'll feed, and then it won't feed. So that means it's done for. I can't believe this. I knew this was going to happen. I just knew it. I don't know why I knew that, but it's a defective head. It needs to be replaced.